Hey guys, so today I have swatches of the China Glaze To Catch a Color collection for Halloween 2016. There are 6 polishes here altogether. I got these on polishpick.com when they first launched there, which was a day or two, very similar to the fall collection, a day or two before most of the other websites. They are available right now on polishpick.com. Ulta has them. I would assume Sally's, but I haven't actually checked. And then 88 Beauty and headtotoebeauty.com as well. Polishpick, 88 Beauty, and Head to Toe Beauty will all be cheaper than Ulta and Sally's. So 6 polishes here altogether, and I will get into the swatches. So the first polish is called Pathological Liar Liar, and this is an orange metallic with a fine holographic silver. I think they're tiny flakies because they don't come out really textured like a micro glitter. There was one similar to this in the fall collection called Gold Mind Your Business, and then there was another one in the Body and Soul collection that was this kind of metallic base with the holographic stuff in it. So this is kind of the same finish, but it is more sheer. Gold Mind Your Business from the fall collection was kind of disappointingly sheer for me compared to the Body and Soul version. This one is also very sheer. So you can see this is pretty sheer on the first coat. I'm going to show it in 3 coats on its own so you can see how it builds up. But one of the benefits of this being as sheer as it is that you can put it over black. And I saw Carved Kiwi on Instagram. I will link her Instagram page down below. She was the first person that I saw swatch this over black, and I thought that was a really good idea. So I do have a photo of it over black as well, but I do want to show it in 3 coats for the video. So this one does start to build up a bit on that second coat, but it is still pretty sheer. There are some brush strokes through that metallic base when it's wet, and hopefully you can see those little holographic flakes are in there, and there's a good amount of them. Good formula on this one, if I didn't mention that. So this one does build up fairly nicely on that third coat. If you look very closely, you can still see some of those brush strokes, but they're really not bad at all. I do have some nail line that I wouldn't say is super visible, but it's not super minor either. Somewhere in the middle. And you do get a much better orange color out of that third coat. So that is 3 coats of Pathological Liar Liar, and then I also have a photo of it over black. It's just 1 coat over black. The next polish is called Green with Jealousy, and this is kind of a teal jelly base with a gold shimmer in it. And then having that gold shimmer mixed in with that teal base gives the shimmer a little bit of a green look as well. So this one covers pretty well on that first coat. It's a little bit sheer, but there is a lot of shimmer in here that's giving a lot of coverage. Now, it's been a while since I've done my swatch pictures for this, but I'm pretty sure I left this one on for longer than I usually do, and I had a little bit of staining. But I also wasn't using base coats. So I would recommend a base coat here, and a pretty good formula on this one as well. So this one is looking pretty good on that second coat. I'm going to look at it closely to make sure there's no nail line showing. Yes, I feel pretty good about this in 2 coats, but I do think it's pretty close to needing a third, so depending on your application, you might need 3 coats here. I will say that looking at the viewfinder and looking at my nails, I think this is showing up just a little bit more blue and less green than it is in person. Just barely though. So that is 3 coats of Green with Jealousy. The next polish is called Private Side Eye, and this is a deeper kind of reddy purple jelly. It has those little tiny holographic flakes, and it also has a kind of faint, but you can still see it on camera here, blue shimmer to it as well. And woof, my skin is looking rough. So this is pretty sheer on that first coat. It is a jelly. And that first coat is also a bit streaky, not super even. And the polish itself is also a little bit thin. It sounds like I hate this one, but I don't. It's actually my favorite. But the polish is a little bit thin. I'm having to be really careful, move a little bit slower, and dab a lot of polish back into the bottle just to make sure I don't have too much and that's not building up anywhere in my nail. So this one does deepen a bit on that second coat, but I think it's not quite there yet. Maybe, I don't think so. It looks pretty good on camera, but I do have a few kind of sketchy looking spots that I want to cover up. So I'm going to do a third. But once that second coat is on there, you can see that shimmer starting to stand out because the base color is getting deep enough to make it pop. So this one does cover completely on that third coat, and you can see it gets quite a bit deeper still. It's tough. With the third coat, your holographic sparkle and your blue-green shimmer stands out a lot better, but you do lose a bit of that reddy purple color in the base. It's definitely still there. It doesn't look like a black polish, but it does get pretty dark. So that is 3 coats of Private Side Eye. So the next polish is called You've Got Blackmail, and this is a really, really dark grayish purple base. It's not quite black, and it definitely has a bit of a purple look to it with a bunch of silver shimmer running throughout it as well. So this one is pretty opaque on that first coat, not quite there, but it does cover really well. I'm trying not to do too thick of a coat, but since this is a texture polish, there's a lot on the brush. And pretty good formula on this one as well. So this one does cover completely on that second coat. You can see it gets a bit deeper as well. You do have to do a slightly thicker second coat because it's kind of like putting a top coat over a glitter. The texture polish from the first coat kind of sucks it up a little bit on the second coat, so you need a little extra. And this is textured, so it will dry rough. You could always put top coat on it if you like the color but not the finish, but it's going to take a couple of coats of top coat to smooth everything out. So that is 2 coats of You've Got Blackmail. So the next polish is called Get Off My Cold Case, and this is a really, really fine reddish orange glitter and then a black matte micro glitter in there as well. I do have photos of this in 3 coats on its own, but I am treating it like a topper for the video, and I'm putting it over painted polish stamped in sand. This is a polish where I feel like you could probably even do 2 coats as a topper if you wanted a lot more of that black glitter to stand out, because I feel like it is just a little bit sparse for me still. But I also like morally opposed to 2 coats of a topper. So I'm doing a little bit of kind of spot treatment to try to get more of them on my nail and get them a little more evenly spread out so it can look how I want on the first coat. Good formula on this one. And you have a little bit of resistance on removal from those black glitters, but it shouldn't be anything crazy. And then you'll also want a top coat to smooth out any texture that you get from those little black glitters as well. Again, it will be minor. So that is 1 coat of Get Off My Cold Case. And the last polish is called Rest in Peace. This is another glitter topper. This is a just barely, slightly tinted black jelly base. Like, it might even just be from the black glitter that's in there and not intentional at all. It's that faint. This has a chunkier reddish orange glitter in it and a chunkier black glitter as well. And I am also layering this one over painted polish stamped in sand. And I do have pictures of this in 3 coats on its own, but I do think it's a little bit better suited as a topper. Because of that larger, chunkier black glitter, I think this would be better as a topper. Also, that base is more tinted than I remember it being. That's a little bit darker than I thought it was. And I'm getting some of those larger black glitters, those larger hexes. I'm just kind of trying to place them evenly around my nails. This will be about the same as the last one. It will dry with a bit of texture from the glitter that's in there, and you will have a bit of resistance on removal. But overall, good formula, not too thick, not too thin. You can see I didn't get a ton of those larger black hexes out, so you probably would want to dig for those if you want to get them on every nail, or setting the bottle upside down for a little while before you start painting will help move those closer to the top of the bottle as well. So that is 1 coat of Rest in Peace. So Private Side-Eye is going to be my favorite. I really thought this was black in the bottle until I swatched it, and that first coat was that really nice plum color. It is a very, very, very dark vampy color, but it's not quite black. It's purple, and I like that. And of course, like I said, pretty much repeating what I said in the China Glaze fall collection video. A little fly just flew by. I appreciate anything that has a little bit of holographic micro glitter added to it. So that one is my favorite. So that is the China Glaze To Catch a Color collection for Halloween 2018. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will talk to you later.